Hi, this is Victor Padilla with Keith David. We're here with Latin Times TV. Um, a great man, great actor, and one of my favorite actors, as a matter of fact, Keith David. How you doing today?
If I were doing any better, I would have to take something for it.
Well, we just met at the Gasparilla Film Festival the other night, and that was awesome. Let me ask you, how did you get into film and movies?
Well, I've been an actor my whole life, and I spent most of my life in the theater. I started acting. Did my first play when I was 9,
Wow.
and I started studying when I was 12. And then I spent the next 10 years studying, really, doing some stuff outside, but mostly in class studying. And I graduated at 22, and I've been acting ever since.
Wow.
Making my living, isn't it? And to answer your question, I've been, that's like I said, I spent the first 10 years of my career in the theater. And actually, my first movie was in 1982.
That was my favorite movie.
That was The Thing.
The Thing.
And I had, like I said, I had been kicking around the country doing theater at different places, and had a great opportunity.
Yes, and so tell us about your family and your background and where you're from.
I'm from New York originally. My family is from St. Kitts, the island of St. Kitts, and South Carolina. And I'm definitely a warm weather baby, an island kind of guy. So I love this weather here. Love being here. And with my immediate family, love traveling. We've been to St. Kitts, and I've been to Puerto Rico, different islands.
Oh, right. That's where we're from, yes.
And I can't get enough. I can't go enough. I can't be there long enough.
I know it's me. I know it's me.
And if I could, I would live there, on the island most of the time. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to do that.
I think you will. I think you will. What was your favorite film, the most favorite film that you acted in?
I've had many favorites. I mean, my latest favorite was The Princess and the Frog.
That was my favorite.
I got to sing, and I got to play a wonderful character. I mean, Dr. Facilier is a delicious villain.
Yes, yes.
I just think he's delicious. I got to really be able to sink my teeth into it. So, on camera, Dead Presidents is one of my favorites. I love the comedies, of course. So, something about Mary or Men at Work was.
That was good.
I mean, I had a wonderful time doing those guys.
So who's one of your favorite actors or inspiration that actually started you into the film industry?
Oh, I have many. Oscar Davis, a guy named Canada Lee is one of my favorite actors. But contemporarily, Earl Hyman.
Yes.
It's a great inspiration. One of the guys I love acting with is Ruben Santiago Hudson. Really good friend and wonderful actor. Percy Rodriguez.
Yes, he's a good one too.
Really, really good guys. You know, I mean, I really looked up to, and especially because they weren't always in the you know immediate limelight. You know, I mean, of course, you know, I love James Earl's work and Morgan Freeman's work, you know, but there were a lot of guys. And I can't think of Roy's last name. His first name was Roy. But I could always see him in the background. Uh, he was also he was in the Cry of the Lovely Country with Sidney Poitier and
Oh yeah.
I can't think of Roy's last name, but he had a real deep voice. He played the father in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Oh okay. Yes.
You know, Roy Glenn.
Yeah, Roy Glenn.
Roy Glenn.
That's right.
I mean,
That was a good
wonderful,
movie, too.
wonderful actor, man. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
great voice. And just one guy that, you know, it's like, man, I love that guy. Every time I see him, you know, he's solid. You know, I will always believe him. And there's just something about him that, you know, but that's what I want to be able to bring to the table is that kind of believability.
Yeah. And so, what is there any future projects that you're working on at the current moment?
I'm constantly working on my club act. I'm a singer as well.
All right. All right.
So, working on bringing that about.
Well, we got some clubs here. You can come and sing, and
Well, I hope so.
definitely enjoy
You know,
the warm weather.
one of the things I do a tribute to Nat King Cole, and I do a lot of Nat King Cole in Spanish, and we're playing that. And one of the things he did is when he went to Cuba, and he made those two Spanish albums, and he went there to the Tropicana. And a friend of mine who happened to be there that night, he said the moon was full and the place was packed.
Wow.
And when he started singing, the crowd just went crazy.
That's awesome.
So I want to do that.
Yeah, you will. You will. So you want to sing for us a little bit in Spanish?
Tuyo es mi corazón, oh sol de mi querer, mujer de mi ilusión, mi amor te consagré. Mi vida la embellece, una esperanza azul. Mi vida tiene un cielo que le diste tú. Tuyo es mi corazón, oh sol de mi querer. Tuyo es todo mi ser, tuyo es mujer. Y a todo el corazón te lo entregué. Eres mi fe, eres mi Dios, eres mi amor.
Man, that was awesome. All right, you need to quit acting and you need to go and sing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. What I want to ask you is, what do you think of Tampa and Ybor City? And
I'm loving it, man. I mean, it's just what's not to like. You know, it's my first time here. You know, I've been to other parts of Florida, Miami, of course, West Palm Beach. This is cool.
yeah, Tampa's it's a city, but it's
Yeah.
not a big city,
Right.
and it has a lot of rich flavor of history, you know. And I'm a Tampa native, and I just moved back 4 years ago, and it's like, you know, you forget after being gone like 20 some years, you forget about how rich the culture is,
Yeah.
you know, and of course the beaches and the people. And, so, what do you think about moving down here?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would move out here full time just because my life is mostly in LA. My kids go to school here. Not that they couldn't transplant, but and they would absolutely love it. But you know, my wife also is an actress and has a career, so I have to be respectful of that as well.
I hear you. Tell us about your wife and your children.
Well, you know, well, in fact, my kids just finished doing a production of Peter Pan.
All right, all right.
It was kind of cool. My wife does commercials, and she does a lot of, you know, 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 she does she's an actress, and we met at the Playwrights Conference in Indiana, in a place called New Harmony, Indiana.
Oh, wow.
And when I was beginning to woo her, she was staying at a place called the Barn Abbey. And in the back of the Barn Abbey was a field, a big grass field. And I was standing back there one night, and it looked like a piece of the sky had fallen because the fireflies were hovering just above the grass, and they were twinkling in that little patch of grass. They looked like stars. It was just,
that was a perfect moment.
It was perfect. I'm a little smitten.
Yeah. That's how you know things were meant to be when things like that happen.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell producers and actors that are of all races, actually, culture? What advice can you give them in their acting career and what to do, and some inspirational words?
Well, I mean, we had a panel yesterday. All of a bunch of us actors talking about acting and what's important. For me, the most important thing is to study, because any fool can do it well once, but how can you do it over and over again? And that is part of what the game is, part of what the craft is being able to do it over and over, and giving the appearance of having it being done the first time.
That's right.
That's what my job is. That's what my craft is give the illusion that this has never happened before. This is happening for the first time right now. Wow. 8 times a week.
Yep.
And the only way to do that is to study. You must study the theater. You learn about different periods, about different styles. People didn't talk the same way in 1950 as we talk today. A man didn't walk down the street in 1950 like he walks today. Certainly you couldn't walk down in 1950, you couldn't walk with your pants off your behind.
We were just talking about that the other day.
That just wasn't happening. And there are other cultural things in different areas of the country, in different parts of the world. The way people carry themselves, the way people express themselves verbally, expressions. You want to be familiar with that. The only way to do that is to study a little bit. You have to try to do some research.
That's right.
And that's how we develop character. It's not just about saying the words.
That's right.
So you have to study the craft of acting.
That's
the most important thing.
Well,
and being observant.
Yeah, that's right. Studying and taking wisdom.
You have to study life.
That's right.
Actors are students of life, because that's what we do. We reflect life back to itself.
That's true. So I'm glad I got to interview you and meet you, and I've been praying for you, and it's a privilege and an honor. And do you see yourself in a Latin film, because you already speak Spanish? So.
Oh, all the time. In fact, I had one. In fact, it's not out, but I don't know what happened, but I did a film, and I played. It's called Home Invaders, but I don't know where it is now. It may be in, you might be able to find it in Blockbusters or something, I think.
Well, I'm gonna look for it.
Called Home Invaders.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Yancy Arias.
You're gonna have to do another one, and come and do maybe a Cuban actor again, or
Oh,
a Puerto Rican actor.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're from Puerto Rico, and so maybe do a Puerto Rican thing.
I would love it.
And
do maybe something hunting in the Yunque.
There you go. There you go. That'd be nice. Well, I want to tell you, we're actually putting on the very first Cuban Sandwich Festival here ever done in Ybor City, where it was created. Matter of fact, the Cuban sandwich, they are passing a bill to make it the sandwich of Florida, Tampa.
I just had one yesterday.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna have it on May 26th. So if you're not doing anything and you want to come down, please come down and join us.
Oh, well, I love that.
So I love that. It's a pleasure and an honor to have met you and to speak with you. And this is Victor Padilla with Keith David, very wonderful man. And thank you for joining us.